Okay.
Hey there, ho there, folks. Welcome to the Budget Buddy Time Frame. We're just making some apple crisp today. We had a friend of ours give us a big bag of apples. So when you're doing the apple crisp, we've already cored them. Now you can peel them. I like the skin of the apple. It's good for you. It's a good vitamin. You want to be careful when you chop too. Now I'm just chopping these up loosely, folks. I'm not making anything really big out of these sizes. And as you can see on the counter, we have all our ingredients we need. So she'll take you around while I chop up this stuff. And over there behind me, folks, is the flour that we're going to need too, because we will need flour for this. And our oven has already been preheated.
You're already starting to smell.
That's why we have the oven, that's why we have the fan on, the light on, or the window open in here, folks. Just to help us out a little bit. We do have the window open. Now, it does call for butter. We are using margarine. Just so you're aware, folks, you have your preferences in how you want to do this stuff.
I think butter is better than margarine because margarine has a lot of oils.
Yes, that is true.
And butters contain one thing, milk.
Mm-hmm. So, like we say, everybody has their preferences on what they're doing. So we're just chopping these up very, very fast and loosely. There's no real rhyme or reason how we're doing it because they are going to be going in here. And we're doing this up, folks, because A, we have leftover apples. B, we always want to make sure everything's off the apple that we don't need. And C, we have leftover oatmeal too from the winter ones. Now I'm just putting it into a separate bowl. I've already cored them, as I told you. So now I'm just putting them into a separate bowl so I can cut them up quickly. Oh yes, and that's our friends back there you hear. So all the mothers out there, sorry we didn't wish you to you. We are busy with our mother. Happy belated Mother's Day to everyone out there with a mother.
Well, we're almost going to be in July. Everybody's starting to have Father's Day cards now.
Well then, happy early Father's Day, I feel like, folks. But also, we have the marinas opening up soon, and some campgrounds. Here
Maybe.
No, we do. There's a few opening up, not much.
I think more of the campgrounds like Fort Wilderness in Florida might be opening up even more faster than us.
Not too sure. We would have to look that up, but we can always do that, folks. So.
Because Florida is always warmer than us.
Yeah, and they've been finding that this strain has been really wonky, especially with heat and everything like that. And it's becoming warmer months for us too, so.
Well, Florida is always going to be warm.
Okay, I'm not over there. You're aiming it away from me. You can talk.
Florida is always going to be warm because it's around the equator. Equator.
So, how much time do we have on there so far?
3.
Basically, folks, once you're cooking these, yes, this is a simple recipe. We do know that it's simple, it's easy to do, but it gives you something to do, especially if you have apples left over in your house, or you have leftover oatmeal in your house, or you're just bored in your house. One of the three. We do have a dish of water here, folks, already started for our dishes. There's a knife in the sink, folks. We only say that because we have to. I found this recipe online. It's from Quaker Oats Factory, folks, so bear with me as I read this. In a mixing bowl, add chopped apples and granulated sugar. So we already got our chopped apples. We're going to put them in a bowl. A lot of apples. Mama blessed me with the apple boy. I got Johnny Appleseed on my side. We forgot to take out the granulated sugar. Huh. I knew I forgot to take something out. Happens when you forget things there, folks. So we're going to add the granulated sugar and 3/4 of a cup of cinnamon. So the granulated sugar, we need 2 tablespoons. I understand that because you don't want too much sugar on this. Now folks, we're going to tell you this. If you are diabetic, please substitute the sugar.
You can't substitute brown sugar.
Yes, you can. They have Splenda brown sugars and yellow sugars and all the sugars out there that we have for this stuff. They have in Splenda too, which is good. And I put 2 tablespoons of sugar in, which I'm supposed to, I believe. Yep. And then a 3/4 of a tablespoon of cinnamon. Half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. So we need 3 of these. I do not have cinnamon will never kill you, folks. So we don't not have a 3/4 of a teaspoon here for it. So we're ballparking it as best we can. Next we need to add cinnamon and lemon juice, stir and combine. Then transfer to a pre-baked baking dish. Okay. So we need to add the lemon juice now, folks. And the lemon juice we need 1.5 teaspoons, if I'm correct. Yep, so 1.5. There's a half. Okay, so we're only going to need less than that in this one because I added too much. So I added a little bit less than that, folks, just because of that. I made a mistake in my thing, but it's fine. So now we're going to take my hand here, after I just dry it off, and mix these in. Now you're going to use your hands for this, folks. Let me know if we hit the 10-minute mark. We're going to
7.
Put it in here. Spread it out like that.
It jumped a bit. The camera.
It's fine. Folks, we can still use this bowl. We don't need to wash it out. It's basically going on top of that stuff. So we're not going to need to really wash it out, and we're not going to. So you're aware. In a saucepan, separate mixing bowl, add topping of ingredients: brown sugar, oats, flour, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon salt. So we add everything else into this bowl, which is, we're going to do this really quickly here, 3/4 of a cup of thing. Let me know when we get to 10 or close to it, okay? Please, thank you. So I have my eyes prepared for that. 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour.
1. 2. 3.
We need to add a cup of brown sugar. Just want to make sure that toppings, brown sugar, oats, flour, 1 tablespoon. So we need to add brown sugar. So it is 1 cup of brown sugar. Just bought this, folks, recently, today.
think you just might want to take off the top.
Yeah, just put it back on the top.
And brown sugar is so funny. It's sugar, but it's like moldy like sand.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever do a mermaid cake, you can use the brown sugar for sand because it's that moldy.
Yeah, and we've done that, folks.
And I don't mean like moldy as in like it has green pus. It's mold and like you can mold it into like a castle or something.
Uh-huh.
Just like sand.
And there goes my one nail, folks. It just came off. Teaspoon of cinnamon. What time do we have?
10.
Okay, we'll be right back, folks, and we'll tell you more about this in a second. So talk to you in a bit. We're back, folks. We're taking a little turn here. She's mixing up the ingredients. Now we added flour. I'm just going to read off the ingredients we added to this so you're aware. We added a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a cup of light brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of old-fashioned oats, 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 cup of butter, and a pinch of salt. Once she's done doing this, folks, she will spread it over this, just like that. And then we bake it for 40 to 50 minutes, and you serve it warm. Easy peasy, eh?
Yeah.
I suggest serving this with like ice cream or like vanilla ice cream is the best for it, or even a whipped topping. Some folks, you could even basically use this and spread like a whipped top, like a caramel topping to go over top and bake it up too. It does work. And as she does do that, folks, I'm going to tilt you guys a little bit upward to look at us. I'm going to bend down a little bit. And we're going to end our topic today with budget wise,
Budget conscience.
budget healthy,
Budget smart.
and always, always stay crispy with your apples.